This young gold digger never thought her action hero husband would go out like this. She thought she was set for life. 2 more kids, money forever. But dementia drags on. It drains resources, and she can't walk away without confirming exactly what she looks like. So now she spins it. That's the brutal truth Emma won't touch. That's the tragedy, and Emma knows it too. She's stuck. She can't leave Bruce without destroying her carefully built image, so now she spins herself as the suffering saint, when in reality, she's milking the story for every dime. Hi everyone, welcome to Secrets. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like raw, unfiltered opinions and the kind of truth that makes folks squirm a little.
Diane,
You're here.
I'm here. Here we are.
Oh, it's great.
It's so nice to see you. How are you?
Hi,
Miss Winfrey.
call me Oprah for goodness sakes.
Hello,
Hi.
How are you? It's so nice to meet you.
I'm so excited about having you here. You know why?
Why?
Because I've read your book, and that book is going to free so many caregivers. It is such an offering of hope to so many caregivers.
Thank you.
It is. It's going to change. I read a lot of books, and I've done a lot of, conversations.
that means a
I
lot.
can feel that that's going to shift the conversation.
I hope so. Change the narrative.
So, I just sat through Emma Willis doing the rounds, first with Diane Sawyer, then with Oprah Winfrey. And let me tell you, I came away with one thought. These crybaby celebrities need to stop, because what I saw wasn't bravery or caregiving or advocacy. What I saw was exploitation. Bruce Willis's illness being turned into Emma Willis's brand. Diane Sawyer got the first interview and Emma gave her the exclusive story. How she noticed changes, how she's coping, how the family is pulling together. Then she shows up at Oprah's garden in Montecito and repeats the same lines, this time with soft lighting, somber outfits, and Oprah's stamp of approval. And I couldn't help but laugh, because it was the exact same script, just with more theatrics. At least some people see through her gimmicks. Because let's be honest, when you show up on Diane Sawyer with one script, then repeat the exact same act in Oprah's backyard a week later, people start noticing. But the real outrage came when she admitted Bruce isn't even living under the same roof. While most caregivers are breaking their backs trying to keep their loved ones at home, Emma's story revealed he's tucked away in his own residence with a team of staff. And sure enough, not everyone was applauding. The backlash came quick, so quick that Emma rushed onto Instagram with a heartfelt video scolding critics and insisting people, without her experience, don't get a vote.
What I knew is that by sharing some of our intimate information, that we would see these 2 camps, right? It would be people with an opinion versus people with an actual experience. And that is what caregivers are up against, judgment from others and criticism from others. The truth is that the opinions are so loud and they're so noisy. But if they don't have the experience of this, they don't get a say, and they definitely don't get a vote.
Really? How can you be all, woe is me, feel sorry for my rich family plight, while claiming you want to change the narrative for caregivers? You cannot relate to people who are actually in the trenches with dementia, people drowning in debt from medical bills, scraping together money for prescriptions, fighting with insurance, and still clocking in at work because they can't afford to quit. Families who are watching their loved ones decline with no team of nurses to tag in, no extra house to tuck them away in. That's the reality of dementia caregiving. Emma has outsourced 90% of the work, yet she positions herself as the voice of the struggle. And that's why those press interviews and that book feel so shameless. Cry for me, buy my book, fund my next chapter because once Bruce finally croaks, she's going to need a cushion. Let's be real. The media tour isn't about Bruce, and the book isn't about raising awareness of dementia. It's about Emma. It's about securing her lifestyle, carving out her after-Bruce era, and cashing in on a marriage she thought would give her endless glam, but instead tied her to an old man aging faster than she ever imagined. And don't even get me started on the fake deepness she tries to sell with her little sound bites.
I wasn't being the best caregiver I could be to Bruce. I was run down. It was realizing that I needed help, but I also needed someone to give me permission. And Bruce's neurologist gave me permission to think and consider help. And I hope that caregivers get that in this book.
Yeah.
That they understand that you don't have to do this alone. You shouldn't have to do this alone.
I think if you get this book, read this book, that's what you will get, because that's what I came away with.
Yeah.
Wow, the first thing to do is to get yourself help, and no matter where you are in the process, you've probably already waited too long to actually get help.
And that's what all the experts say.
Yeah.
People wait too long to bring in help. Way too long. And that narrative needs to shift, and we need to be given permission that it's okay, we're not a failure, it's important to ask for help.
And another point that you made that I really appreciated in the book is that people always say, call me if you need anything, or let me know if you need anything.
Yeah.
And you were saying, instead of saying, let me know if you need anything, just do the thing.
Just do the thing.
Do the thing.
Tell me what you can do.
Yes.
Or here is, what I would love for caregivers to do. It takes a little bit of busy work for them, but, what are the things that you do in a week?
We need permission to ask for help. You shouldn't have to do it all alone. The first step is bringing in help. Blah, blah, blah. That's not wisdom. That's filler. Nobody needs that advice because it's common sense. People know they should seek help. The question is, from where? Real caregivers don't need platitudes. They need resources. If Emma truly cared, she'd be pointing people towards services, hotlines, and support networks. Better yet, she'd say a portion of her book proceeds would go toward caregiver counseling, respite shifts, or financial aid for families drowning in this disease. But of course, that's not what this is about. The help she's really focused on is the kind that keeps her brand and her bank account alive. Let me be blunt. Emma Willis is not Bruce Willis's caregiver. She's Bruce Willis's PR machine. She's marketing herself as relatable when she's anything but. The man is in a separate house with full-time staff, round-the-clock support, and resources the average family couldn't dream of. That's not caregiving. That's managing a care team from the comfort of wealth. Yet, in both interviews, Emma positions herself like she's just like the millions of exhausted, broke, desperate caregivers out there. People who are bathing, feeding, and lifting their loved ones after working 2 jobs and begging insurance companies not to cut coverage. Emma? She's busy curating grief for the cameras, showing home videos Bruce can't consent to, and smiling through a book tour. I'll say this too. I don't believe Bruce Willis, when he had his faculties about him, would have ever agreed to this circus. To be paraded like this. To be shown in private home videos, edited into Emma's PR run. He was a private man, and I doubt very much he would have signed off on being reduced to B-roll for his wife's spotlight. He would not have agreed to being trotted out for public consumption, so his younger, one-time catalog-level model wife could get her close up. Nobody knew who Emma Heming Willis was before she married Bruce, and now she's acting like she's Mother Courage. Please. And I don't speak from ignorance. I have a friend whose mother has this disease. It is not how Emma describes it.
You said that he's actually in a blissful state.
Yeah. Yeah, Bruce isn't thinking about what happened yesterday or what's happening right now or tomorrow.
Or what he has to do or what's on the schedule. Or
he is so present. He is in the here and now, and it's actually really beautiful to witness.
Let me tell you, there is nothing blissful about dementia, none. If a patient seems quiet or content, 9 times out of 10, they're heavily medicated because deep down, they know something is wrong. They may not know who they are, who their children are, or where they are, but they know something is broken inside. That's the reality. Confusion, anger, fear. Dementia is the opposite of being present. So for Emma to parade around saying Bruce is always happy and living in the moment, it's insulting. It's a lie. Meanwhile, let's look at the logistics Emma glosses over. Bruce lives in a separate house on the property with 24/7 staff. That's not sacrifice, that's outsourcing. And yet Emma packages it as if she's in the trenches like everyone else. She's not. Everyday caregivers don't have a payroll of nurses. They're bankrupting themselves for 1/8 a week. And all this talk of changing the narrative? What narrative? You are in the 1%. You cannot speak for regular people who are battling with this disease. Does Emma really think she is changing the narrative? No, this is branding. If Emma really wanted to change the narrative, she'd put her money where her mouth is. She'd route book profits to respite care, transport, training. She'd show us receipts, not lighting setups. Instead, the family times this with other launches, Scout releasing music alongside Emma's press push. This young gold digger never thought her action hero husband would go out like this. She thought she was set for life. 2 more kids, money forever. But dementia drags on. It drains resources, and she can't walk away without confirming exactly what she looks like. So now she spins it. That's the brutal truth Emma won't touch. That's the tragedy, and Emma knows it too. She's stuck. She can't leave Bruce without destroying her carefully built image, so now she spins herself as the suffering saint, when in reality, she's milking the story for every dime. So, no, I don't buy Emma's act. Not in Diane's chair, not in Oprah's garden, not ever. This is exploitation. Plain and simple. And this is where we separate performance from advocacy. Performance is the book deals, the curated grief, the Oprah lighting. Advocacy is funding respite shifts, transport, overnight help for spouses who haven't slept in months. Emma's giving us performance, and the media keeps rewarding it. So ask yourself, who really benefits here? Who gets paid? Who is protected? Did Bruce consent? And most importantly, where are the receipts? To the real caregivers, you don't owe the world your pain. You don't need to package it for applause. Your work is sacred. Your love is heavy. Your time is priceless. Don't let celebrities who will never live your reality sell you wisdom from the comfort of staff and separate residences. What do you guys think? Am I too harsh, or are you seeing the same scam I'm seeing? Would you give her a pass if the money actually went to real caregiver programs, or do you see this for what it is? A career move dressed up as compassion? And if you're in the trenches right now, what's the one thing you actually need? Time, money, transport, training? Drop it below. Let's center real caregivers, not curated grief. That's all for now. Subscribe if you like my vibe, and until the next one, don't let anybody use your pain as their platform. Bye.